Hello, welcome back to my channel. I am Bekah Jo, aka the Makeup Tax Lady. Today we are doing 7, I'm pretty sure I always lose track of the number, but I think it's 7 looks with the ENSLEY REIGN Change the Channel palette. I had done a video with this palette. I think it was just like a playing with the Change the Channel palette, and had some requests to do multiple looks. So we've got 7 more or less for you in today's video. This here is the most dramatic. This is the 7th look, and I'm very excited to share this video with you. I believe all of the other 6 looks, I at least were out of the house, but you'll see and appreciate that I like to do more simple looks, and then when I have the opportunity to do more bold, dramatic, kind of summery, just fun looks. And I think that this palette has so much versatility. So without any further ado, let's go check out the looks. Okay, welcome back. Here we are. Here is the 7th, more or less, and final look with the Change the Channel palette for today's video. Sometimes in the past, I have made myself try to use every single shade in a palette, like going through a multiple looks video or something along those lines. And I decided not to think about that this time. Like, I genuinely did not want to focus on using every single shade. I do find sometimes that makes me feel restricted after the video, that I feel like I've exhausted the combinations, which is simply not true. And just means that I need to get a little bit more creative, but I didn't want to think about that with this palette. There may be a shade or two. There certainly is a shade or two in this palette that I have not used, but the shades that I did use in this palette, I'm so happy with. I had so much fun with this palette. The majority of the mattes in the palette, aside from the ones on the top row, obviously are fun neon shade here, and then maybe this shade is kind of neutral, but all of these other mattes are pretty much cool toned. The most like obvious color combinations to me were cool toned looks, and I'm sure that I did some cool toned looks for this video, because there's definitely opportunity for that in here with some variety. But also, I intended to specifically make sure that I could get some warm looks out of the palette too, using the shades in the top row. I think this shade may be showing up a little bit more cool tone to you. It's got a little bit of warmth in it, but anyway, so I think that this palette has a lot of versatility. We've got some warm, we've got some cool. I think too, the Shimmer multi-chrome special shades in this palette are just that. I purchased this palette with my own money. I do have a code with ENSLEY REIGN, last I knew, TaxLady10. Feel free to check it out, and if it's not working for you, let me know. They sent me a couple palettes last year in 2025, and I have not received anything in PR since then. The Shimmer shades, I have always loved the Shimmer formulas from ENSLEY REIGN. They just keep getting better. The matte shades are also beautiful and easy to work with. The Shimmer shades, I'm sorry to say it, are really special. Like, they're so special. We also have 4 split pans, so we've got 8 shimmers in the palette, and 4 of those 8 are split pans, so there's like multiple shades within. So we've got a split pan here. We've got 3 shades in here. This one, it may be harder to see, but it is a very slight split pan. And then this one, this shade up here also has 3 shades in it. And every single shade has performed beautifully. It works so well. I've dipped into this one several times because I love purple shimmer, and specifically dipping into like the top 2 here, and I like to use my finger for my shimmers. So if I want like this shade in the middle on the center of my lid, and then this shade on the top towards the inner portion of my lid, I will turn the palette accordingly so that when I put my finger in, that's the pattern I get. So then I'll turn it this way to do this eye. This shade as well, it's got a deeper base, but it is a speckled shade, and it's just so pretty. The shimmers in here, as well as the mattes, they're just so pretty. My arm is tired, so I'm going to switch sides until this one gets tired, and then we'll switch back. Something that kind of crossed my mind as I was using the palette, like I wasn't trying to think about it, there are some similarities, I think, in this palette to a couple of the Bella Beauty bar palettes that have caught my eye. I'm thinking of the Ocean Jewel, and then I think Dark Dreamscape. And I don't think they're note for note. I don't think they're one for one. And I've had very few Bella Beauty bar palettes to compare formulas and such. Obviously, I really like the ENSLEY REIGN formulas. But palette comparisons, just like in my mind, like we've got purples, we've got a splash of warmer shades, we've got the fun neon pop. Let me know what you think. Do you see similarities with those other palettes, or is there another palette that comes to mind when you see this? In my previous video with this palette, I talked about how this kind of felt like a modern twist on an 80s palette. I still feel that way. I hope that, again, the looks that you've seen that you can tell that you don't have to go bold and punchy. You don't have to go like so cool toned that we're grayed out. There's really, I mean, there's gray in some of the shades, but these two are really the only gray shades in the palette. But I think that the combinations here are so fun. I would love to do more looks with this palette. I would love to do more like mixing the warms and the cools, mixing some of the unexpected shades. This like cobalt blue gets me excited. So yes, this has been my so far experience with the Change the Channel palette. If you picked up this palette, please let me know. Hopefully, whether or not you have this palette, this video was a fun opportunity for you to hang out, talk a little bit about makeup, look at some looks. Maybe it inspired you to reach into your collection and play with some things that you already have, and we love to see that around here. I have not done like a full-fledged swatch of this palette. I have swatched a few of the shimmer shades. If you'd like to see that in a full-on video, let me know. Because around here, we don't want to just talk about new makeup because it's new, because I don't know how new this is still going to be by the time I get this video up. But we like to enjoy the things that are in our collection, spend a little time with them, get to know them, and just enjoy them. So whether you have changed the channel, whether you have another fun inspiration palette, I also think like this is a unique summer palette, but I don't think it's restrictive to summer. Like these shades, these mattes in the top row especially, feel very fall to me. I feel like we can totally go winter with some of these deeper cool-toned mattes. And then you can bring in some spring with like the bright colors up here. Oh my gosh, those three shades, this pink one, this shimmer shade, and this darker purple would be gorgeous in a look. See, like I'm having fresh inspirations and I love that. So I hope that you enjoyed today's video. I know that I did, and I thank you so much for joining me. Like I said, I do have a code with the brand, but I picked up the palette with my own money. I will definitely be continuing to love and enjoy that palette, as well as the plenty of other palettes that I have here in my house. I did use, like in today's look, I used a moon dust. So the one today was Lucid Dreams. I have several moon dusts, and I think I used a moon dust in at least one of the other looks, but that's another fun way. Like you can use multiple palettes in a look, or you can use palettes and a moon dust or something and just get more use out of it. Because I find even with these moon dusts, like they're so pretty, but there's so much product in here. Like to get full use out of this, not that I need to get like half the use out of this, I need to be wearing these a whole lot more. Our Bible verse to close us out of today's video is going to be Psalm 23, which is only 6 verses long, so we're going to read them all. And I'm reading from the New King James Version. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup runs over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Thank you once again for joining me for today's video, and I hope to see you in the next one.